Have you ever met someone that thought they were somebody because maybe their dad or their mom, their grandma or their grandpa was somebody? Maybe their dad was a politician, so by default they thought they were somebody. Maybe their dad was the CEO of some big company, so they thought they were somebody. It's not because they had done anything. It's not because of anything they had accomplished in their life. It's just the fact that, do you know who my dad is? Do you know who my mom is? Do you know what my last name is? The reality is, as I say that, most of you watching probably thought of somebody. Because there's people in the world that exist that are just like that. Think they're somebody because they're related to somebody. Is that the attitude that Christ wants us to have? In Philippians chapter 3, we talk about Christ humbled himself to the point of death on a cross, becoming obedient, taking the form of a man. Humble. And yet today, in the passage I would like to look at in Matthew chapter 20, we see something very similar of his attitude. I don't know who your dad is or who your granddad is, who your mom is, who your grandma is. I don't know what your last name is. But none of us would have the thing that we could cling to as Christ did. But yet, we find this interaction beginning in chapter 20 of Matthew and verse 20. Then the mother of the sons of Zebedee came to Jesus with her sons, bowing down and making a request of him. And he said to her, "What do you wish?" She said to him, "Command that in your kingdom these two sons of mine may sit, one on your right, one on your left." But Jesus answered, "You do not know what you are asking. Are you able to drink the cup that I am about to drink?" They said to him, "We are able." He said to them, "My cup you shall drink, but to sit on my right and on my left, this is not mine to give, but this is for those for whom it has been prepared by my Father." They're wanting to be with Jesus. They're wanting preferential treatment in that regard. And Jesus says, "This isn't mine to give." And hearing this, the other 10 became indignant with the two brothers. But Jesus called them to himself and said this, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great men exercise authority over them. It is not this way among you. But whoever wishes to become great among you shall be your servant, and whoever wishes to be first among you shall be your slave. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many." Folks, you want to be great in the world? It's not because of what your dad did or what your granddad did or what your grandma or your mom did. And it's not because of the last name that you have. You become great in the world, according to Jesus right here, by being a servant. Jesus said, "That's the very reason that I came. I did not come to be served, but to serve and to give my life a ransom for many." Folks, you go make a name for yourself by serving, by showing other people the love of Christ. You don't live your life hanging on the name that's been passed down to you. You live your life making a name for yourself by serving and showing people the love of Christ. Folks, we're not put here so people can do things for us. We're put here so that we can serve others. And as Christ said, he even gave his life a ransom for each and every one of us. Folks, I thank you for taking the time to join me today. I pray that you have a good day, and I pray that God will be glorified in all that you do today.